giant. £10 bass right here. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Summertime Outdoors. And as I'm sure you know by that intro, we are totally ditching saltwater in this one and solely going to be targeting largemouth bass down in the state of Florida, one of the greatest places in the country you can bass fish. And that is for many reasons, but for me, bass fishing is all about getting back to what I did as a kid, and that is riding my bike around, looking on Google Maps, finding any creek, pond, lake near my house that I could go fish on summer break or with my buddies after school. And it's really the first fish I fell in love with, and I think that's true for a lot of anglers growing up, just because they're so accessible and they're so fun to catch. So in this video, I'm getting back to that, but going from Maryland and then bringing what I used to do down here to Florida is just so insane. It's 10 times more likely to catch those 5-pounders and even 8+ pound bass. And we're gonna fish natural springs in this video, and we're also gonna fish hidden canals and creeks. And we did everything, me and my buddy Caleb, who you guys see me fish with all the time. And I can't thank him enough for showing me so much stuff down here. But you know me, I have a professional degree in yapology and I could do this all day long. But let's get right into the fishing. We're gonna hop in the kayaks and go to a natural spring, and it's crystal clear water, just badass bass fishing. So let's do it. Do you think this is gonna stay on 95? Alright y'all, well, we finally made it up here on the water, and as you can tell behind me, it is one of the most beautiful ecosystems that Florida has to offer. Crystal clear water, current, vegetation, grass, the whole 9 yards of what bass fishing is all about to me in Florida. And I'm gonna have a NLBM mini mullet tied on the start and a topwater frog as well. And we're just gonna work these lily pads up current and drift around, see what we can find. And it's more beautiful than Caleb even described to me. So me and Caleb are gonna work our way up, fish around, see what we can find. So let's go and enjoy the view. All right, y'all, we just got out here today and look how beautiful this place is, man. I mean, we have crystal clear water, as much vegetation as you can imagine. And I don't know a more beautiful place I've ever thrown a topwater frog. And that frog is a Tailored Lures Model D. And I heard a bass blow up in here. So we're gonna just toss this thing in the shaded shorelines and hope to get some cool topwater froggies would be my goal for this earlier part of the morning. Man, God, I'm getting like kind of aroused right now with how good this looks. All right, well, the topwater frog mission has failed miserably. Not even a sniff on that. So I'm gonna throw the mini mullet around, see what I can find. Still not seeing too much, but it's starting to look a little bit better back here at least. And forgot to mention there are bowfin or mudfish in here as well, so we may get a few shots at some of them today as well. So it's something to keep an eye out for. But all in all, just seeing something like this is pretty freaking awesome. Got him under the tree. Another little guy, but an absolute beautiful little fish. Seems like they're liking these overhanging shaded trees and whatnot today. Now we just need to find the big mamas. Got him. Eat it right off the top of the water, man. Just stinks, but we've seen some bigger fish pedaling down this stretch, so definitely seeing a lot more bass now. And hopefully this stretch will produce that big one we're looking for. Got him. Better fish. Oh my gosh, look at that bass. That bass is like 10 pounds. Golly. There's like a 10-pound bass right here. Look at that thing. Oh my god, it's following this fish. What the hell? That's a monster bass. That was crazy. We had like a 8 or 9 pound bass underneath of this one while I was reeling it in, but that's our biggest fish of the day right there. We're getting into a pretty good looking stretch, but we're gonna get a release on this girl. Oof. It has been an absolute grind to start today, but we're getting into a section that looks just so good, so should be happening soon. But we just saw an absolute giant. I don't know if you guys saw that in the video, but there was like an 8 or 9 pound bass underneath of the one I just hooked. It'd been cool if it tried to eat it, but I'm gonna put the head cam back on and keep fishing. There's gotta be bass up in here in the shade. There's a big one. Big bass. Just as I was saying, there's gotta be some bass up in here. That's the freaking crazy blow up. That's what we've been looking for, dude. Oh yeah. That was insane. Oh, how did I catch him? This is not looking good. Oh. That blow up was crazy. Oh, that's like a 3. There's way bigger in here, but we're getting into a money stretch, I believe. And that one just kicked it off right there, man. Look at that fish. Alright, y'all. Well, that's the first proper one of the day. Not a giant, but definitely on the right track there as we drift into a tree. But we're gonna get a release on this baby because we got more big ones to catch. Alright, y'all. Well, that is the first really nice bass of the day. There she goes. Catching them in this crystal clear water is freaking amazing. We've had to grind though. Like, that was our first like actual big fish blow up of the day. And we're getting into a stretch that has deeper water and is much more shaded, which is different than all the other stuff we've been fishing today. So we're gonna retie here and get back after them, but I think we're gonna get into some bigger fish. This is looking really freaking good, so let's get it. Oh, we got off. Why was my drag so loose? That blow up was crazy. There's another one on it. That's depressing. My drag was like super loose for whatever reason, so I kind of screwed that up. Gosh, that was a freaking insane blow up, dude. Big bass on it. Got him! Oh my god, that was sick. That was so sick. That was so insane. Got him. Another nice bass there, son. You guys probably saw that one eat it. We had a little one chase it, and then that guy just absolutely smashed it. And that is another beautiful fish going back. Oh my god, dude, that was insane. It looked like there was a couple of them back here. That was awesome. That was like one of the coolest eats you could imagine in this clear water. And we are starting to figure them out, guys. Oof. This is freaking sick. Bass on it. God, he ate it right there. Oh my, that was sick. We're on them, guys. Oh my god, there's a giant bass right there too. That one smoked it off the top. Absolutely insane. Another good one right there. Back she goes. That is probably my sign to turn around. Alright y'all, well, sorry for the wind. We can never fish without it. But me and Caleb just hiked about 3, 4, 5, 6 miles back into a giant cow pasture to this little canal we have right in front of us. And we fished those clear water canals before this and did pretty well, but this is some very unpressured water that we have ran across a few times before, so we should have a really good day. And we won't see a single soul out here, so we have a fluke and a frog, and we are going to start chucking and hopefully get into some big bass here. But we're excited after that long walk, burn some calories for a nice Wawa milkshake later. But for now, let's quit yapping and get to fishing. Cast number 1. Go, big one. Oh, dude, that thing absolutely smoked it right on the bank. That was like 4th or 5th cast right there, guys. And I think we're gonna have to move over to this side of the canal because it's out of the wind, and they'll be able to track down this fluke a lot easier. But that's not a bad one to start with right there. So we're gonna get this one back and go catch some more. Oh God, nice fish.
That's a better one right there. All right, y'all. Fish number 2, crush it on top. Oh, that's not a bad one. It's like another 2 or 3.
Yeah, healthy.
Yeah. We'll get this one back. We're off to a good start this time, buddy. Oh, jeez whiz. Good fish. Big one. Yeah. I'm just gonna flip him. Oh my god, that's a good one. That's a good one right there.
Hell yeah.
I smashed it like right at my feet too.
That's sick.
Golly. Alright, y'all. There she goes. Oh man, that was a good one. There's definitely bigger ones in here, so we're gonna keep getting sick eats and keep stacking them up, but that got my heart pumping. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna try this frog. Just by the way they've hit the first few on the fluke, I think they're gonna hit this pretty hard. Got him!
Oh, sick.
On the frog. That was pretty sick. I think I might be throwing the frog, Caleb.
The frog boy.
That little guy absolutely smoked it. Oh my god! Dude,
That was cool.
that was insane, brother. That one like swiped it and just got it.
Yeah, he kind of skidded from side to side getting that.
Some releases aren't going to be pretty on this hill today. That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
It's crazy how you like cast down a bank a couple times and then they decide to eat it all of a sudden. I'm gonna throw the frog the rest of the time, I think. There's nothing better than catching a bass on a frog.
It is the best.
Other than, you know, the saltwater world, but freshwater wise, catching them on anything on a frog, snakehead, bass, I'd rather do it that way. God dang! Sorry, buddy. You crushed that. No one crushed it right out of the pads, man.
Oh, I was like, what the hell's going on over here?
It hit it like right here, dude. Like right there. That was crazy. Got him! Get out of there! I don't think it's very big, but... Oh, bring it up on Bass Mountain. Thing choked it.
All right, y'all. Well, we are back on the bass grind today, and we have some very rainy conditions, and the weather sucked for the past couple days. I really haven't got to fish much, but we're gonna go out in the rain today and pick up my buddy Caleb, and we're going back into those off-grid canals again. We're gonna fish a couple different ones today and see what we can find, and we're still looking for that true giant Florida bass. And it's been a bit of a grind, more of a grind than I expected to make this video, but it's really been getting back to my roots and doing what I did growing up as a kid. So it's definitely reminded me how much I love bass fishing so far. So hopefully today we can get back there and catch a true giant. But all in all, let's go and try to end this video with an absolute bang. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Well, we just got back to the canal we're fishing today, and we are going with the old reliable, the bait that has been my go-to bass bait since I was, I don't know, 7. The Zoom Fluke, the best bass bait ever made. So that's what we're going with today, old reliable. So we're gonna get to chucking here and see if we can't get a big bass. Got him. Get off of there. There's fish number 1 of the day. That's a PB. We're looking for something about 10 times the size of that. Oh, big fish. You still on? I got a giant, but it's stuck in the grass. Yeah. I don't know if it's still on or not. I don't think so. I can't tell. I don't think it's on there, but
It's on there.
is it? You see him? Or I can get in if you want. He's still on there?
Yeah.
It was a big blow up, dude. What a real friend we got here. Look at this, guys. That's a nice fish, dude.
Wow.
This is the luckiest catch ever if you can grab him. Did you get him?
Yeah.
That's not a bad one, dude. Where's the hook at? In him?
Here.
That's not a bad fish at all. I thought that fish came off, dude. It's only like 2-3 pounds. Try 2. But
That's funny.
that's insane. Dude, how did I just catch that fish? I didn't think it was on there anymore.
I didn't see anything moving.
Yeah, it wasn't moving at all. Guys, that thing was buried underneath there. I flipped it over the top and crushed it, went straight into the grass. And then Caleb went in the water and I was like, I didn't think he was still on, but well, there you go. There's a decent one in crazy fashion. I guess we'll just give him the old toss. That was pretty insane.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that fish to still be on, were you?
No. Well, I didn't see any movement is why.
Well, I didn't, like, usually they'll be shaking a little bit or, you know, thrashing around in the grass.
But I have had bass like plenty of times where you hook them like that in the weeds and they get tangled up and they don't even move.
Like
it's like they just go in this catatonic state.
They might not even be capable of moving, really.
Yeah. This is only like 1/3 of it. It's gotta be a water snake of some kind.
Python, bro. Giant. Eat it right there. It's a good fish.
Ooh. That's a nice fish.
That's a good one, dude.
Yeah, dude. They're all so solid in here, dude. That's a nice fish.
That's a good one, dude. That's what we're looking for right there, dude.
Nice.
All right, y'all, well, that is probably the biggest bass of the video right there. Probably a good 4 or 5 pounder. And I watched it eat it. I saw him on it and then he crushed it. That fluke was barely in the roof of the mouth right there. And we're gonna get a release on this guy, but that is why you come down here and bass fish. We're in a little canal. We don't need no 100 grand bass boat or anything like that to catch fish of this stature. So this is my favorite way to do it. Just get a release on this and hopefully catch an even bigger one, but that's what we're looking for right there, man. Awesome stuff. All right, guys, well, we just released a big bass and that was pretty epic. And we also just found a snake shed here.
Big Nerodia, like green or brown water snake, probably.
What kind of snake do you think that is, expert?
It's probably a banded or a green water snake. Keeled scales.
Well, you said it's only 1/3 of it?
Yeah, it was only 1/3 of it. I couldn't get the rest of it out of the grass.
And that's probably like...
Yeah, it's a 5-foot snake.
I'm a size 13 shoe and...
Probably a big green water snake.
That's pretty epic.
There's some giant ones in here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the cool stuff you find when you're back, like just exploring way back in the dead heart of Florida. Just stuff like that just makes the fishing cooler, I think. But
yeah.
You keeping that?
Nah. Back in the environment.
All right, well, we still got a good amount of canal to fish, so let's keep it rolling.
What are you doing, dude?
Oh,
that thing almost just freaking bit my...
That's a giant racer.
That thing almost just bit my freaking foot.
That's a big racer.
I almost just stepped on this snake, guys, and then Caleb just jumped on it and grabbed it, dude. What the heck is wrong with you?
That's a cool racer, man. That's big.
All right, y'all. Well, as we release this snake and get out of here, the sun's about to come out. It's going to get real hot. And we're getting into summer here in Florida, and the bass fishing, to me, gets super lethargic. You got to get out here super, like, low light conditions. And we're going to be hitting the salt water for most of the rest of the time I'm down here. But this video was so much fun to film. Like I've said a few times in the video, it's something that I've done since I was like 5 years old. Ride around with your, you know, childhood friends and just go fish ponds, creeks, canals, anything your bike could get to. And it made me feel like a kid again for sure. And definitely in the winter and spring, I want to do some more bass fishing videos. So if you guys enjoyed this, like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see me do next when it comes to bass fishing, and I'll try my best to get some videos out on it. But a lot of you guys been asking for some bass videos, so this was a good start, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in, watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one. We got some Florida Keys trips coming up and some really awesome stuff, so we'll see you in the next one.
Giant. £10 bass right here.